Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be introducing you to the next build that I'm going to be working on, which as you can see here is the Revell Bronco with the half cab. Now, I think this is a newer kit, right? It came out, I think, late last year, and I'm actually super stoked because I went to my local hobby shop with the hopes of finding this kit, and even though they have a very small automotive model section, they actually did have this in stock, so I was very happy for that. Always good when you can actually find the kit that you're looking for. Now, this is actually going to be my second time trying to build one of these half-cab Broncos. I started one, 2 years ago now, the version that came with the Doom Buggy, and it's a project I do want to finish at some point, but it is currently sitting pretty abandoned. So I did end up picking up another kit to get started on because I have a totally different plan for this one and did not want to scrap the other build that I had. So what do I have planned for this? Now, one of my other main hobbies is I have always been very into horseback riding. I've been riding since I was a kid, and I've just spent so much of my life around horses and around ranches. And I've gotten to build a couple models over the years, mainly in Hot Wheels. I did do my 55 Napco, which was built to be a ranch truck, but I would like to build a another blending of the hobbies type build. So this build is going to be done up as a ranch or a boarding facilities utility truck. So I'm going to be building it up very much like an old Jeep. Uh, you'll see what I mean later. And just kind of like a pre-UTV side-by-side type ranch truck. And yeah, so I did actually get started on this build. I kind of forgot to do a video when I first started, but I'll go ahead and show you where we currently are. I'm only a couple hours into the build. I've only had 2 build sessions and a lot of 3D modeling time. So I'll go ahead and show you where we're at, and then I'll be able to better explain my dream for this build. So here's what the Bronco is currently looking like, and as you can see, there's something funky going on with those doors. So this is what I was talking about when I mentioned that I want to be building this like a Jeep. So back in the 60s when the Bronco came out, there was either, I believe it was a factory option that was either customer installed or dealer installed, that I don't know, but it was the Bronco Roadster, which would feature these door deletes, and I believe these were fiberglass door inserts with these nice big openings to make the vehicle a lot easier to get in and out of. Now, I don't really know what the initial idea behind this vehicle was, but in my mind, like the CJ3, it is a great vehicle to be used on a farm or a ranch where you have easy accessibility. You know, back in the day, you could throw these things into low gear, walk alongside it, and mend fence or whatever, then hop in and out whenever you needed to. Stuff like that. It could have also been that they had, I know in the 60s into the early 70s, there was a crave for beach vehicles. So think of like the Fiat Jolly, the Citroen Mahari, stuff like that, where they were designed to be kind of resort vehicles. I guess a comparison to that would be the Jeep Surrey. So it could also be that they had that in mind when they designed the Roadster kits. I don't know. But we're going to be going with the ranch truck vibe. And to kind of go over the build again, this is going to be built up like it was a boarding facility or a ranch's kind of chore vehicle. So obviously it has the doors pulled off so it'd be easy to get in and out. I have a couple winch bumpers that I've designed that we'll get into. And yeah, it's going to be just a fun little like ranch vehicle. And then I do plan on having the barn name written back here. It'll be so and so stables, horses boarded and trained, something like that to kind of tell the story. And I've also found a design for a saddle that I went ahead and modified. It was a I can't remember what the file was called, but it's only for 3D like games and stuff, so I had to convert it to an STL in order to print. But just a nice English saddle that we'll throw on there, and maybe throw a hay bale in the back, something like that. So some of the parts that I have designed for this here. Actually, I'll show you this as well. So I did also start on the chassis just by throwing the rear suspension on there. And something that's funky about this is it does come with a trailer hitch, which you can see right there, but it's like two-dimensional, where from the side it is extremely flat, but from the bottom it looks fine. So it almost kind of looks like it's supposed to be a tow bar, but it's designed like a hitch receiver. So I don't know, I might cut that off or do something with that. I don't really like how that looks. But so far, the only issue I've had with the Bronco kit. And then the other thing I've done with this, as you can see, is I have cut out the tailgate, which I have here, and I glued the back on along with some styrene rod and a paper clip in order to make it hinge. Now, oh, one other thing. So, trying to figure this out, I did end up having a bit of an issue with my order. Not the biggest deal, I get it. But when they offered this kit, it had two different options, one for a stand-up windshield and one for a folded windshield. And I ordered the folded one, and I got the stand-up one. Again, not a big deal. They look very similar, so easy enough mistake. If it hadn't taken me a year to find out, I may have reached out about it, but whatever. But it doesn't actually matter that much because I need to figure out a way to make the windshield hinge. So it comes with these two little tabs that go into the body like a standard kit windshield would. And then the folded one would obviously be designed to be mounted folded. Now I would like to have the windshield on mine folded. I don't really like the roadsters with the windshield up. I mean, they're fine, but it's not the look I'm going for. However, I would also like to have the hood openable. I don't want to make this a curbside or anything. I actually have a very interesting plan for the engine, but more on that in a future video. So I'd have to find a way to make this hinge, which I'm a little worried about because first off, this is extremely fragile. So I don't want to mess with this too much. And also trying to make a windshield hinge that is in scale is going to be a little tricky. So that's something I'm going to be figuring out in the future. But that's enough of that. On to what I had mentioned earlier, where I do have a couple bumpers and stuff designed that I'll go ahead and show you. So I wanted to have some kind of winch bumper on this build, so I ended up designing two. Along with a brush guard, and this will be the first design that I have, which is, I believe, a factory option bumper. Don't quote me on that, but this is, first off, this is a prototype. I'll show you the final version in a second, but it's a very simple C-channel bumper that is, of course, angled to wrap around the body a bit. It is designed to have a open roller fairlead, so you can actually run cable through there. And it has a separate winch. This was designed off a Bellevue winch, which would have been period correct for this build. I believe the Bellevues came out in the mid-60s and were around for about a decade before Warren bought them, I believe is my history on that, if my history is correct, which I really do like these. Obviously, it's a what do you call these, where the motor is over the barrel of the winch. I think they have a term for that. But what's also cool is it has, obviously I'm not going to be able to pick up on here, but it has a very cool exposed brake on the side, so it kind of gives it a real old school look, because it's all mechanical. So this was the first prototype that I did. I ended up changing a few things, which we'll get into. But I'll show you the second design here in a second. So here is a diamond plate style, which if I'll show you a little bit closer, I did end up losing the winch that I had on this, but you can see nice diamond plate pattern. There's the roller fair lead. As you can see, it's open, so if you want to throw some wire around the winch and then run it through. I also have a hook that's designed, so I'll be able to do the whole package. And this is an interesting style, but it looks a little more rock crawler to me than ranch vehicle. So I'm not going to be doing this design, but this and the other design are going to be up on my Cults 3D page if you're interested in downloading the files and printing them yourselves. Now, I did end up redesigning the other bumper, and here's what that looks like. So first off, just for now, ignore the brush guard. But on the bumper itself, I adjusted a few things to make it fit a little better. And then, where's a good pointing tool? Right there and there, which if we bring you in closer, these are tow bar mounts that I saw on the original bumper, which I decided to replicate. And so that would be if you wanted to flat tow your Bronco to a trail back in the day. So that will be the other design I have up on my Cults page. However, it does not have the brush guard, which we'll get into now. So the brush guard I'm probably going to use on this. I'm not 100% sure. It might be a bit overkill, so I might pull that off depending on how I feel the vibes on this build are going. But I do really like the look of this brush guard, and I don't plan on including that in my Cults. I usually like to have something private that I use on my builds, but we'll see. But what I will offer is included in that same bumper pack, ignore the random dust that was on there, is this brush guard. So this would be, so first off, these brush guards were designed based off of a 1966 F-Series Ford brush guard. I could not find any good reference photos for a Bronco brush guard that actually looked traditional and wasn't like a tube bumper made 6 months ago or whatever. So I ended up basing this off of a old factory option grill guard for a Ford truck and modified it to fit the Bronco. Now this is designed like the factory guard to glue onto the factory bumper. So I'll see if I can mock that up for you real quick. And then here's what that looks like. So this would, again, just like the factory guard, bolt onto the top of the bumper and just give you a little extra protection. So those are the three accessories that I have designed for the front end. Like I said, the brush guard, the diamond plate bumper, and the other bumper without the brush guard will be up on my Cults page if you're interested to download those and print them yourself. And another thing that I have designed for this is I did go and redesign the wheels. So here are those wheels, which, as you can see, they're pretty much identical to the wheels that come in the kit, except that I made them see-through, as you can see my finger right behind there. And I also designed up some more detailed lockers to go on the front wheels. But the main reason, along with wanting to open up the wheels, I designed them was because there is a part of me that wants to add a spare tire to this. Now, I do have an extra tire in my stash from the other Bronco build, but if I were to do it, I think it'd be pretty cool to do a front-mounted spare. I'm a sucker for a truck with a front-mounted spare, but if I add the winch, then I can't do that. So I've also considered possibly, again, taking design notes from the old Jeeps, maybe mounting it on the side. I feel like I have seen this on Broncos before, so I don't think that's too out of the ordinary. However, with the Bronco Roadsters, what was typical is that you would have this. Actually, I don't know if all of them. Some of them had a cab divider from the half cab, so you'd have that in there, and you would mount it to the cab. It would be slightly angled, so it would look something like that. But I kind of want the bed on this open, so I'll probably either do a side mount, or I could still completely change my mind and go to a brush guard and do a front mount. But I also, along with these, the tires in the kit aren't bad. I did design these wheels to fit these tires in case I wanted to go that route. But I did also find some tires on Cults that are much more of a pizza cutter, old school, mud and snow kind of pattern. And so I scaled these up to be 30-inch tires. I think they're 7.5 inches wide, something like that. So they are skinnier than the kit tire, but the same. That just disappeared. But pretty much the same diameter, maybe slightly taller, it looks like. Looks like the kit tire might be a 29-inch, which feels weird. So I could throw these on, and I designed the wheels to match them as well, but I did have some issues with these where the lip wasn't strong enough, so it don't look too great. But yeah, so that is what I have designed for this kit and where I'm at progress-wise. So yeah, I'm super happy about where this is going. I think it'll be really cool. I'll fill you in more in the future on why I'm building this now, but it is going to be kind of an important piece. And it's the reason I finally decided to do this build after sitting on it for a year, year and a half, however long it's been. So I'm super stoked. I've been really struggling with finding motivation to build lately. I have started 3 other builds, I want to say, in the last 3 months since the beginning of the year, and all of them have hit major roadblocks, and it was kind of messing with my head a little bit, especially because 2 of the other builds, and I guess this one, have been plagued by receiving wrong parts that I ordered a while ago. So that's kind of stumped it, where I had 2 builds I had been gathering parts for a long time, about a year. And some of the parts were expensive, and some of the parts took a long time to come because they were international. And both of those builds, the parts were unusable when I got them. And one of the guys was very quick to replace it. He's always been good. I'm not going to badmouth him or anything, but he's always been good about replacing it. The other guy has been a bit harder to get a hold of. He said he's going to send me the replacement part, but it's been a month and a half, so I'm really not super happy about that. We'll see what happens on that. But yeah, so this is the first build I've had in a few months that I actually have some decent motivation to build, and I think that's because of the story on this. So hopefully that motivation continues, and might actually be able to finish up a build. So we'll see. Keep an eye on this channel, and I'll have some more videos out soon. Thanks. Bye.